the way that you get your own back, you don't need no one help you inspire, But I'ma add to you, I'ma give you some best, I'ma add to you, Put on the avenue and I ain't never seen no one bad. Money, Rebecca, Serena, starting with fire, I like the way that you get your own back, you don't need no one help you inspire,
The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge.
Here we go.
And so off the tip, it's Tampa. Takes a three. Duncan with the bucket. Duncan's got his team on the board to start the game for Tampa.
It's rare that you see this from Duncan, so you know he had to really like the shot.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Morrison. Here's Castle. A three ball. Nowitzki with the rebound. GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
Size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
Duncan, a screen. Here's Castle. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Castle has some of the best body control you'll see in this rookie class.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing for three. Drills the three-pointer.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
You're off beat. Substitution on the court.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Jokic on top. Lets it go. Rebound by the Pistons.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Wembanyama down low. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Remaining the first 2 minutes.
Puts the move on. In deep, Jokic drops it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Ginobili. .132 left to play here in the first. Duncan misses.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Now you see Jimmy Butler's willingness and almost really relishing the opportunity to get his teammate an open look.
Here's Castle. Pass to Morrison. .106 left in the first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Ginobili outside. Offline with his 3.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Butler at the elbow. Over Ginobili. And Butler gets it to go.
Well, let someone initiate and create for Jimmy. That's catch and shoot opportunity. That's a sweet spot.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And it's Jokic in the corner. Ginobili outside. Connects from three-point range.
Very reliable. Ginobili solid from deep.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Detroit. They trail by 1. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Ginobili gets the bucket.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Tampa out in and close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Tampa.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. Yeah, that's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Another shot. Nowitzki with the rebound. On offense, here's Tampa. Westbrook with it. Guarded now by Durant. Back to Westbrook. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Outside Durant. Outside Antetokounmpo. Action coming off the assist from KD. Giannis has got the lead up to 5 now for Detroit. Here's Nowitzki. And the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
But I'll tell you this, if Dirk is free at the rim, you expect the throwdown. Love seeing the big man get up.
And going to the windmill dunk to turn this place on its ear.
This crowd is stunned. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. So we'll see Russell Westbrook go to the line here. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. So both teams making some changes here.
What we know unequivocally is the best players being your hardest workers, the guys who want to be held accountable, make such an impact on your program, and that is Russell Westbrook to a T.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Detroit?
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
Another strength for them today, guys, mid-range shooting. Normally the defense wants to give you that shot. Let's see if they adjust at all.
Pistons leading by 4. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the jam by Antetokounmpo.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Ball's knocked loose. And and a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to Buzelis. And the rejection by Giannis.
Substitution for Tampa. Tim Duncan. Manu Ginobili. Stephon Castle.
1:33 left here in the second. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Ginobili, and it's Manu Ginobili with the finish.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Duncan outside. From downtown, Edey with the rebound.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
And there's the call on Ginobili. That's his first foul. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Here's Castle. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Nowitzki, that's for two. Fires from deep. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Well, Nowitzki, a threat to score as soon as he catches the ball. Impeccable form and impeccable quickness on the shot.
Ginobili outside. Pass to Morrison. 6 to shoot. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Morrison's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he slams it down right on top of Tim.
A signature slam from the big fella. We've seen a few of those before.
And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Wembanyama down low. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And a big man who moves like a guard. Wembanyama is an absolute terror when he slices inside.
Pass to Jokic. Over Wembanyama. Sinks the 15-footer. Jokic has got the game tied up here for Tampa.
And just using the natural advantage he has, he can see over the top of the defense.
And he has got such good touch from that medium range area. It's an option they can always go to.
And it's in there. Wembanyama's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
Pass to Castle. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Castle's got his second basket.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul.
Checking in for Tampa, Brandon Roy. Matas Buzelis.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Pistons ball.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Here's Wembanyama. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. And now a 5-point Detroit lead. Jokic inside. Outside Roy. And Brandon Roy with the slam.
Man, Roy can fly.
And Detroit has possession.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Outside Butler. To the paint. Here's Weber. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Pistons lead by 5.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Checking in for Tampa.
So here's Westbrook. Pass to Buzelis.
Alex English.
Stolen by Thompson. And Buzelis gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Thompson outside. Outside Butler. Oh, Butler draining the three.
Well, there's certain places on the floor that Jimmy Butler will let it fly from 3. Right there, he has a nice-looking jumper.
English outside. And the rebound goes to Duncan.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight. And Tampa making a change here. Good on both.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Detroit leading by 8. Duncan with the bounce pass. Here's Wembanyama. The rebound by Tampa.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm. And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. On the wing, Duncan. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. Tampa able to retain possession here.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Now here's Westbrook. He has 5.
The ball goes.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Butler. From outside the arcs. Sinks the three-pointer. Butler's got 11.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Detroit.
And so is Detroit. Their lead at 11 points. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Tampa trails by 11. Duncan outside. Pass to Jokic. Jokic grabs the miss. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Right side, Porzingis. Off target from three-point range. And it's Tampa with the ball. And Ginobili wide open. He shoots. Off target from outside. Detroit leading by 11. And Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time.
Tim Duncan.
That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. The three. The rebound by Tampa.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. Now, Coach told his team, we're up. Take care of the ball. Don't give them the game. Playing smart basketball will clinch a victory for us. Guys?
Thanks, David.
Second team foul.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Shoots a fader. That one falls. Nowitzki's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Pistons.
I tell you, don't sleep on Dirk's handle. If necessary, he can navigate and open up shots for himself.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pistons.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
Here's Jokic. Oh, what a dunk!
Look out below!
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Ginobili can't hit. Pistons leading by 13. Antetokounmpo. That's a two-pointer. Jokic craps the miss. Ginobili looking around. And again, Tampa no luck. Jokic with it. Fires from way outside. From beyond the arc and then some.
3 points.
Jokic has got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's in the gym range, Kev. He can pull up and knock it down from anywhere.
Jokic draws the double. Durant with a wide open look. Another three for Detroit.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
High post, Nowitzki. And finished off by Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, I think that one closes the door on any comeback hopes. Impressive performance.
To me, they just looked a step quicker out there. They certainly look to want it more than their opponent.
A three from Porzingis. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. And the Pistons lead by 18.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Pass to Castle. And again, Tampa with a triple. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. Over Jokic. Antetokounmpo, no good. On offense, here's Tampa. Ginobili outside. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew,